there friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and today we're here to talk about a couple books that are really awesome. They're so good. I read them recently and I didn't even realize when I was getting into them that they had a lot in common. So I figured let's talk about both of them all in one video because there are a lot of similarities, even though there are also a lot of differences too. So the other thing about them that is similar is that they're both graphic novels. So they're both graphic novels. They are perfect to read this summer, maybe while you're going on trips or vacations or stuff like that, because that is the major #1 thing that both of these graphic novels have in common, is that they are both vacation stories. So the very first one I want to talk about is School Trip by Jerry Craft. School Trip. So yes, this is about a trip for school, right? A vacation that they go on to, actually to Europe, which is really cool. So Jerry Craft is really awesome graphic novel artist and author. He wrote the book New Kid, which actually this is like the third book in that series. So there was New Kid, Class Act, and now School Trip. I would definitely recommend reading at least New Kid first before reading this one. You don't have to. It's pretty self-explanatory about most of the stuff that's going on in the beginning of it if you haven't read them before, but I think it will make it a little bit more enjoyable if you know more about these characters getting into it. And also New Kid won the Newbery Award, which is like the first graphic novel to ever do that, so it's pretty fantastic. So it's really just a great graphic novel series, but you don't have to read the first two. I do recommend it. This is the third one in the series, but it's pretty much stands on its own. So it's about Jordan, who is the main character, who goes to the school. He's got his friends, and this book is about, well, basically the school trip that they all go on, which is to Paris, France. So it's really cool, because what I really love about Jerry Craft and what he does is that he can write and draw this beautiful, amazing art and have a really fun story, but also like teach a little bit of lessons along the way too. So there's a lot of really cool things that you learn about Paris, about France, and Paris is a place actually that is like my #1 place I want to visit. I haven't gotten there yet, but I hope to do that someday. So I was really interested to read all about Paris from this graphic novel. But it also deals with a lot of other issues as well. First of all, bullying. So one of the kids that's on this trip is a bit of a bully, and he bullies everybody, but a couple kids in particular. And this graphic novel really hones in on, you know, eliminating that and confronting bullies and stuff like that, which is really great. So here is also some of the illustrations. So they're really down to earth. They're great. And just, you know, Jordan is super excited to go to the art museums and stuff in Paris because, like I said, he is an artist. And it's just a fantastic story. If you're looking for a great graphic novel, if you're a fan of Jerry Craft in the series already, then you absolutely have to pick this up. If you've never read anything by him before, give this one a try. And then read New Kid as well, like I said, and Class Act. They're both fantastic. But this one I think I liked the best, just because it wasn't just a school story. It was like a vacation story, a school trip story, which was super fun. So the other one I want to talk about is also about a school trip, and this one is called A First Time for Everything by Dan Santat. First Time for Everything. So this is about a kid in middle school who goes to Europe for a class trip. So very similar to School Trip. But you know, the main character Dan, it's a graphic memoir. Basically, he's telling the true story of stuff that happened to him. But like, he's really shy. He doesn't really like to talk a lot. He's also an artist, which is another similarity between Jordan, the main character in the other book. He's an artist as well. He doesn't like to share his art. He's very self-conscious. And he's nervous about this trip because he's never done anything like this before, and he really likes just staying under the radar, not drawing a lot of attention to himself. But in this trip, when he goes and he experiences all these different countries and all these different foods and all these different experiences, he's learning to really come into his own and to be honest with himself and true to himself and to be who he really is. So this is like a coming of age story. It's another really cool story taking place in Europe. So they do go to Paris, yes, but they also go to Germany and England and lots of different, Switzerland, lots of different places. So you learn a lot about those places as well, while also watching Dan really come into his own and grow and maybe even find true love for the first time. So he's experiencing all these different firsts on this trip, which is really, really cool. So this is another one that is highly, highly, highly fantastic. And another one, like I said, like the art in this one is down to earth as well, but it's relatable and fun and just great. So highly recommend this one as well. This one is really super great. Like I said, perfect for vacation, perfect for this time of year in the summer. Even if you haven't gone anywhere or don't plan to go anywhere, you know, you don't have to. As soon as you read a book, you can travel anywhere you want. So it's really cool to experience Europe and all that with Dan. And like I said, learn about who he is along the way. So those are the books that we're talking about today. I hope that they sound really interesting to you and might be something you want to check out. If so, please feel to come and get them from Farmington Community Library. And also please give this video a like. Thank you so much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful rest of the day.